friends, welcome to Homeschool at Heart. My name is Leah, and today I thought I would take you guys along for the ride as we did our morning basket. So morning basket is one of those things that I feel like we do this to get our day started off kind of on the right foot. It's just gathering together to read and do just a few little exercises to start our day. We just do a little bit of a few different things. So we start out with a devotion. Most of the time I'm using Brighter Day Press devotions, but I can't find the one that we didn't finish yet, and I am, because we took a break for Christmas and did her Christmas one, but we still had one of her nature ones to finish up, and I had fully intended on continuing on with that, but I can't find it. So I'm gonna keep looking, but in the meantime, we are working through Indescribable. It's a science and faith kind of devotional book by Louis Giglio. I think that's how you say his name. Anyway, he's written a few of these, and these are really great. My kids really love it. We're also doing the Answers book for kids. We've only done a few of these, so I can't really vouch for how we have done a lot of the devotions from Indescribable, and actually my mom did them with my kids too during, that time where we were all stuck in our houses and couldn't go anywhere. But I was recommended this by Ashley from Grace and Grit. She does these with her kids, and actually she does the older versions. There are ones that are for older children or maybe even adults, but I got the kid one because I have 5th grade, 4th grade, and 2nd grade, so they're a little bit young. Then we read a poem. This is a giant book, and it's beautiful. So I think I got it on sale for like $25 on Amazon. I will try to link it. This is Sing a Song of Seasons. Lots of homeschoolers recommend this book, but there's a nature poem for every day of the year. So that's kind of a fun short thing. Also, I'm trying to teach my kids how to read a rhyme scheme. So my big kids love to read out loud. So we're kind of working on how to do that. Next we have some Spanish. We do Talk Box Mom. And I'll do a whole video about that because I really do love it. We're learning a lot of Spanish right now. We're just doing food phrases. But we have a few boxes that are down here ready to go for the next subject we come on, but I'm trying to take it kind of slow so that my kids don't feel overwhelmed by it. So we do about 10 minutes of Spanish, and then we do musical multiplication. This is from The Good and the Beautiful. It comes with MP3s, so those are on my computer, and I don't think that I videoed any of this because it's songs and I didn't want a copyright claim. So they do come with little books you can buy. Well, if you buy the physical copy, they'll send you these little books. If you don't, you can just get the MP3s, but there's a picture for every one of the times tables. The 12s are the only ones that all the 12s are in this one book. The other ones, they have like kind of separated all of the groupings. So like not all the 2s times tables are together. It's like there's 4 sets of these books and the 4 sets of like, you could do A, B, C, D. So there's 4 different groupings of songs, and they're all kind of mixed in, and the idea is that then they won't have to go through the entire like set to get to, oh, what's 4 times 10, so I'm not sure if that approach works better or not, but we really love the music. So we also read some picture books. Right now we're kind of reading through things that pertain to our science curriculum. Right now we're doing textiles and fashion it sounds like it wouldn't be sciencey, but it really is, I promise. I'll do another video on this Harbor and Sprout fashion and textiles unit. It's probably my favorite one so far, but we're reading all the books about like quilting and sewing and yarn and all those like textile-y things. But also we are getting ready to start making our own freedom quilt. We're kind of studying how that worked and the messages those quilts sent as the slaves were trying to escape to freedom. And to go along with that, we are doing, our main read aloud is Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. So this is by YWAM Publishing. I will link this. It's been very good. I will give a little warning though about it because there's a lot of people being very unkind, and we just read through a chapter where Harriet gets whipped to the point of blood dripping on the floor. Usually they're not that graphic, so I don't know. We've done several of these this year, and this is the only one that has had any kind of violence in it, but that's really the nature of this topic. So anyway, just a word of caution. If your kids are really sensitive to that, then maybe don't pick this one. I do highly recommend Laura Ingalls Wilder and Teddy Roosevelt. We just finished those two. The other read aloud we're doing is Pax. I will say, and I am gonna do a review over the books that we did for our forestry unit because this was one we started then. I don't love this book, and I know that's an unpopular opinion. We are gonna finish it, but I don't love it. And right now we're listening to it on Audible so that I can kind of save my voice. I don't know if you have heard me in the recent months. If you've been around for a while, you know that I lost my voice in December and it has never fully returned. So I'm trying to save my voice as much as I can. So Pax is one that we're listening to, and then you'll see it a little bit later in this video, I am crocheting a blanket to use up some of the yarn that I have for crafts and stuff. My craft room is overflowing, so I need to get some stuff used up. Anyway, and then usually for morning time, we finish off with, like, there's a few different things that we'll do. The day that I filmed this, we did Mail Monday. So the kids all write letters or postcards to somebody, and then we mail them. So actual snail mail. And I highly recommend doing that. It's really fun. And sometimes people write back. Not often, but sometimes they do, and then we get really excited. The other things we sometimes do are music, art appreciation, so like studying an artist, and sometimes doing that art. And then whatever our fourth day is of the school week, we do journaling. So I have like a little Canon IV printer, and I'll print out a picture. They get to choose a picture from the week that represents what they want to journal about. And then they do a little journal entry so that they can keep those things as keepsakes and kind of like remember what we were doing. So here is our homeschool morning time.
Praying is so important that Jesus, God's own Son, took time to pray. Check out some of the ways Jesus prayed in Luke 5:16, Luke 6:12, and Matthew 14:23. So, we're almost at Matthew 14:23, so we'll do that one first.
You did a really good job fluffing.
Thanks. Okay, and after he had dismissed the crowds, he went up on a mountain by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone. Okay, Matthew, Mark, Luke, right? Okay, Luke chapter 5, verse 16.
This is verse...
Yep, but he would withdraw to desolate places and pray. This is the Answers book for kids. Remember, we just started this one?
Yeah.
Question: how did God create everything from nothing? All right. So Beth, would you like to read our poem for today?
Yep. Here we go round the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush. The mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way we wash our hands. Wash our hands, wash our hands. This is the way we wash our hands on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way we wash our clothes, wash our clothes, wash our clothes. This is the way we wash our clothes on a cold and frosty morning. And that was by Anonymous.
How funny. That's actually a song. Alexa, play Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush.
Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush, an Amazon Music original by Lisa Loeb on Amazon Music.
It's an original.
All right, so we're going to do our Spanish.
La mora,
La mora,
las moras.
las moras.
¿Quieres
¿Quieres
Here's
una
mora?
mora?
¿Quieres una mora?
¿Quieres una mora? Do you want a blackberry?
Comimos
Comimos, we ate
moras.
moras, some blackberries.
Comimos moras.
Comimos moras. All right, so today we're going to read The Secret to Freedom by Marcia Vaughn. Okay, so this is a little bit long, like a lot of them have been, okay?
Okay.
All right. I was 10 years old the first time I went to stay with my great Aunt Lucy. We'd shoo crows from the field, cool our feet in the river, then sit in the kitchen, chit-chatting like a pair of summer sparrows. I remember one day when we were shelling peas into a chipped blue bowl while the curtains billowed in the breeze beside us.
First, she scrubbed their faces. This one is Moppet. Then she brushed their fur. This one is Mittens. Then she combed their tails and whiskers.
Chapter 1. You Ain't Going Back. I can't go on, Moses. Harriet Tubman looked at the fear in Jim's eyes. She had seen it so many times before, heard the panic in his voice, sensed the tenseness of his limbs, and she understood his fear. She had felt it once too, not knowing what lay ahead or how she would make it through while fretting over what might happen if she were caught.
so many people to choose from.
You could write to Zeb, or Mimi, or Auntie Graham, or Papa, or Mimi and Papa.
I think I'll write to Auntie Graham.
Okay. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful or inspiring some way. You don't have to do morning time the way that we do morning time. My kids are all kind of older. We have a almost 8-year-old as our youngest, and so it really is just going to depend on what you think your kids can handle. Our morning time lasts for anywhere from 90 minutes to about 2 hours. Then we break for lunch, and then we come back and do all of our independent study. I think that's it. So if you have any questions, leave them for me in the comments section, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am sorry about the weird camera angle. I left my camera that I usually use in the car, and my family is using that car. So I had to use my phone, which isn't ideal, but that's okay. So my funny story for the week actually just happened yesterday, and my youngest, I'll put a picture up of her currently. She lost 2 teeth this week. But she lost one of them last night, her top front one, at rehearsal. We were in rehearsal for Oliver right now. And I was on stage with the director and a bunch of people. And she comes running up to me, which she's in the show too, so I don't, anyway, she comes running up to me. She's like, "Mom, I lost my tooth." And I was like, "Oh, awesome. I put a plastic baggie in my bag with my stuff just in case that happened." And she goes, "I don't know where it is." There's a tooth somewhere at the theater. You guys, there's a tooth somewhere at the theater. Anyway, I will say that the tooth fairy did leave her $1 for that tooth, even though we could not find it. She woke up this morning because she had lost another tooth, and I'm not on it sometimes, and I forgot. The tooth fairy forgot to come that day, but she remembered last night, and my daughter got tooth fairy dollars, which is regular dollars, but with glitter glue around some of the parts of them. So anyway, I hope that was entertaining. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just too gross. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one.